Are we in a stock market bubble? Zoho's founder Sridhar Vembu has warned us about an AI bubble. The former chief economist of the IMF, Geeta Gopinath, has warned that any trigger in America will be bigger than the dot-com crash. And everyone is now worried. Now, we don't know yet what's going on, but what is interesting is to build a framework on how these bubbles form. See, the popular theory is that it's just psychology. Your dumb neighbor buys a stock and gets rich, you burn with envy and greed takes over, so you buy without understanding anything. And if everyone goes through similar emotions and does the same thing, the prices skyrocket and a bubble forms. But this theory insults our intelligence. It reduces us to primitive greed machines. The truth is that it's way more sophisticated. So let me tell you about something I like to call the Graham Buffett theory of bubbles. Warren Buffett, who learned this from his mentor Benjamin Graham, has said that bubbles don't start with obvious nonsense. They start with a sound premise that slowly mutates into madness. Take the 2008 housing bubble. The sound premise was that houses appreciate over time. The dollar loses value, so buying a house this year makes more sense because it will cost more next year. That's logical. But then the premise stretches. Houses begin to go up 2x yearly because now you want 3 houses that will always appreciate. And you will buy it on payments you can't afford because you think, hey, it'll be worth more next year anyway. And that's the pattern of every bubble. Stage 1, a safe and reliable premise. Stage 2, the truth stretches. More people jump in as narratives build on the original premise. Stage 3, greed kicks in and there's reckless behavior, like leverage. Stage 4, the crash, because the original sound premise got forgotten under layers of mania. Just think back to all the bubbles, like the dot-com bubble. The sound premise was the internet will transform businesses, and this was spot on. The internet revolutionized everything. But those investors who paid any price without regard to valuation, they got crushed. The idea was right, but the grain of truth was stretched to manic proportions. So yeah, the internet was revolutionary, AI will transform society, houses do appreciate, but great ideas don't justify insane prices. And the next time you think about investing in bubbles, ask yourself one question. At what price does even a sound premise become unsound? Because that's how you will survive bubbles. Bubbles will repeat. They have in the past and they will in the future. So tell me, what is your take on these bubbles? Drop your comments below.